Hey guys, and welcome to my resistance band stretches part 2. So the first exercise is a great shoulder mobility exercise and also great for stretching out your chest and your shoulders. You're going to take your hands probably to the widest point of the band to begin with, and you're going to start reaching them up and over your head, all the way down towards your butt, and then bring them forwards again. Take your time with this one. I then want you to take it back and take them to about shoulder height. You want to keep alignment in your body, so ankle, knee, hip, shoulder and ear in line. Try not to poke your head forward or push your chest out too much here. From here, I want you to start pulling the band forwards. So you'll feel this in your chest. You're trying to pull your arms together in front of you for 10 seconds, and then take a deep breath in and relax and allow the arms to go further towards each other behind you. If you need more resistance, take your hands closer together on the band, and this is going to increase the resistance and increase the stretch for you. After you've done this 3 times, I want you to repeat bringing the band forwards and backwards, and you should feel much looser through those shoulders, much more mobile. Okay, moving on to exercise number 2. This one is for the hamstring, but we're actually going to be drawing the leg across the body. So you're going to wrap the band into your foot, underneath your armpit of the opposite armpit, and then you're going to hold it in your hand and straighten that arm out on the floor. You can see the band is now drawing my leg across my body. I've got a flexed foot to keep the band in place, and I'm just going to bend and extend my leg. This one is quite intense, so aim to hold for maybe 10 seconds, bend and extend, and then on the final one, try and hold a little bit longer. We're going to do the opposite now, so hook it into the foot, under the same armpit, and into the hand on the other side. You're going to lay back, extend the leg out now. This one is great for hip mobility. You're going to bring your leg up to the side, as close to your shoulder as you can, and then back down in front of you. This is a great hip mobilization exercise, and it's also good for stretching the adductor, which is great for when you're trying to do a pancake stretch or training your box split. You can reverse this now by taking it up and then out to the side. And then back around, back to centre. So we're just mobilising here. Try and move in and out of the stretch, in and out of the adductor stretch. Moving on, this one is actually focusing on our shoulder. I want you to loop the band in your foot, laying on your tummy. From here, I want you to focus on keeping your knee and your chest on the floor. You're going to start extending your leg to increase the pressure through the band, and that's going to pull your hand back and your elbow towards the ceiling. You want to keep leaning forward. I like to drop my head down. It really encourages me to feel this in my shoulder rather than taking it in my back. We want to focus on the shoulder stretch here. So I'm just showing you again, I've tightened my band, so I've double looped it. And again, I'm kicking back with the foot. Elbow is being drawn towards the ceiling. I'm trying to keep that chest forward as much as possible and my knee on the floor as well. We can then increase this stretch. This is great for training the pose coming up. I'm trying to keep my elbows on the floor to keep alignment with my body so that I don't end up pinching to one side. From here, I'm drawing that foot up and over my head as much as possible. And I do want to try and lift my chest a little bit now. The main stretch here that I want to be focusing through the hip flexor and getting used to this position. So lift the head, keep the elbows on the floor. And then when you're ready, you can start extending through the knee, pointing that toe up towards the ceiling. Bend and reset, inhale, and then exhale to extend. Really try and extend through that knee. Release the band and then you can come out from there. Okay, we're now moving on to a hip flexor stretch. So we're going to go into a lunge, but we're going to loop the band through the back leg of your lunge. So you're going to step in it and then come into your lunge position. The band is looped around a pole or an object in front of you, and that's going to encourage the band to pull your hip forward. So it's going to increase that hip flexor stretch for you. It's also going to really help keep your alignment. You can move back to increase the stretch, and also feel free to move in and out of the lunge holding each time for around 10 to 15 seconds. As you can see here, I'm moving backwards just to increase this stretch through that hip flexor, trying to focus on keeping my shoulders back and down, my core nice and tight, so my belly button drawing away from my front thigh. And relaxing. I now want to move on to a couple of active exercises for you, because strengthening our muscles within flexibility is just as important as lengthening them. So I'm going to loop my foot into the band, and standing nice and tall, I'm going to be pulsing my leg up and down in front of me, really trying to focus on engaging my core, my hip flexor and my quad to make this movement happen. And you can repeat this both sides. We can also reverse this movement from here into an arabesque position. So you're trying to use your butt to squeeze your heel up behind you as much as possible. Glute strength, especially within back bending, is really, really important. So this is a nice one to practice. Next up, we have one that was featured in my resistance band stretches part 1, which you can find over on my YouTube channel. And we're looking at doing a straddle fold position. So you're going to loop the band behind you and then into both feet. So you can sit with your feet together, knees apart, and loop it over one foot, then the other. From here, stretch those legs out into a pike position and then open up into a straddle. You can begin to walk forward with your hands slightly, and the pressure of the band into kind of the lower back really helps you focus on tilting your pelvis backwards and lengthening through your spine as you fold. It shouldn't be uncomfortable through the back, but it should just encourage that posture. And you're going to walk forward. So I was just showing you from the side. There's a couple of extras in the first video, but I'm going to show you a little additional exercise here, which is great for training your straddle lever. So this isn't so much flexibility as it is strength and kind of technique, but you take the weight into your hands and you can begin to lean forward as much as possible, weight through your fingertips. From there, really push your hands into the floor to try and lift your butt. And you can practice rocking forwards and backwards here. That's just a little extra bonus exercise there for you. From here, you're going to take your hands behind you and over the band, fingertips facing towards you. From here, I want you to squeeze your butt and open your legs wider, ankles coming towards the floor. You can also then bring this back to the straddle hold. So you can see I'm doing like a little combination here. Back to the straddle hold position, pushing through my hands, lifting my butt. Hands come behind me again. And from here, squeezing the butt to open the legs. This exercise is great for training your pancake and your box split, and specifically for those exercises on and off the pole, things like spatchcock, split heel, and also on the floor like heel bangs. You can see that position here. So from here, I'm just practicing tilting my pelvis under, forwards and backwards. So I'm kind of rocking in and out of position to help mobilize through my hips. And then again, squeezing my butt to open those legs as much as possible. To come out, bring your legs back to the floor, bring them back in front of you to a pike, and then bend one leg and then the other leg in. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the stretches in this video, then go and check out my top 5 resistance band stretches video on my YouTube channel. And the resistance band featured in this video can be found on my website, charlottepolefit.co.uk.